Many know me as Vice, the DJ collecting travel miles around the world, rocking clubs night after night. What you may not know is that I'm a native Angelino, self-described foodie, people connector, and enjoy driving new friends to experience the come up on some good tacos in the city I proudly call home. From the valley to the west side to everywhere in between, this is Electric Taco. Electric Taco, rolling up to Mr. Fubu himself, the shark, Daymond John, on Electric Taco. This is a big edition, y'all. My man.
What's up, brother?
Yo, someone said you wanted to get some tacos in LA.
No doubt.
Daymond John, Mr. Fubu, the shark himself. Thank you for joining me on Electric Taco.
Oh, I'm ready, brother.
Yo, I mean, let me ask you this. You're in my book, you're a champion. What was the breakfast of a champion this morning? Did you already have breakfast?
No, I didn't have it.
Is that what's your normal routine in the morning? Do you like?
Yeah, I usually get a little something, little eggs, or maybe a green drink. I don't like a heavy breakfast.
You keep it light.
I keep it light.
No big big heavy sandwich.
Nah,
There's nothing breakfast burrito to weigh you down.
Nah.
And your mornings, is it usually a workout in the morning, or how does it kick off? Are you? I see in our mind. Let me think of that. The average dude, I feel like you jump for your phone. You're like, I gotta go.
No. Actually, I make sure that I don't look at my phone at all for the first hour. Yeah, I don't look at my phone for the first hour because you know all the emails you're letting everybody else come into your life with their problems. Yes. That's what the emails are. And then if you look at Instagram, then you get depressed because everybody else is looking sexier and wealthier, and you know they're all on vacation when it's the same damn video they've been showing from the vacation 3 years ago. They just keep redoing it. So I don't look at anything after the first hour. So it all started in Hollis, Queens, man. And I want to say something. As a hip hop DJ, I've been DJing since 1992. So this is pre-Google, pre-everything. All I knew of Hollis was Christmas, and Hollis was like. That sounded like the best thing ever because I learned about Hollis through Run DMC. It was. We never got shot on Christmas in Hollis. You know? Hollis of Hollywood. And I actually didn't even understand what Hollis was. At the time, I'm like, that song came out like 87, 88, so I'm probably like 9 years old. But it's fascinating. I knew all the words. If you really think about the little 4 square miles of Hollis, you got Young MC, Run DMC, LL Cool J, Salt and Pepper, Tribe Called Quest, Lost Boys, Onyx, 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Tribe. I said Tribe. DJ Clue. You got all those people came from that little square 4 miles. Is it something in the water? What is it? Is it just you know what I think it is? I think once we saw Run DMC and crack it devastated Hollis like it devastated any place. But once we saw Run DMC and we saw LL and Salt and Pepper, we all started to say, you know what, you can actually make money doing something you love. And I think that we all started to come up, with them and try to be roadies, DJs, people with bodyguards, people became lawyers, like people just, and same thing happened kind of like in Mount Vernon too, with Heavy D and the Boys and DMX and Diddy and all them. I think when you start seeing people doing something that that you can aspire to besides selling drugs, you get on it. It's crazy because I know same thing in Mount Vernon. I didn't know what that was. Right. I just knew money yearning Mount Vernon. Right? So there's so many references to like different boroughs or different parts of New York. And as a West Coast kid, I just knew like, man, there's something out there. Like there's New York. This is crazy for me to say, like, but me being LA born and raised, I always my dream was to make it to New York City as a DJ. There, check it out. Because it was just hip hop was just so influential in my life, and seeing people like Run DMC on a record cover and being like, I want to be like that, or like an Eazy-E, like I learned about fashion through hip hop. And which ties me into learning about who you were at such an early age. Like that's what fashion sense came to me through hip hop, right? So and the only way I learned about it was through album covers. And you were living it through your own eyes and seeing these people, right? So my boys were. They were the one that they made the movie Belly about, my boys, right? So, and I didn't... Hype William movie, right? Yeah, because to be very honest, it was me and 3 other friends that we were around, I think 13 or 14, we were going on these tours as roadies. And one of us said, man, I'm going to be a big director. The other said, I'm going to be huge as a DJ. And another said, I'm going to be a big drug dealer. And I said, I'm going to be big in fashion. So the 4 of us was me, right? Hype Williams, Irv Gotti, And our other boy, who was a big drug dealer, Hype made the movie Belly About, and he's still in jail. You know, you hit the goals that you aim for, right?
Yeah, right.
But no, you know, I love fashion ever from the birth of hip hop. You know, I used to be a break dancer, you know, and I loved fashion, and I never realized when I put the two together, my love of fashion and my love of hip hop, I put those two together when I was 20 years old, and I realized, wait a minute, I can make some money doing this, and I can have fun. But I really started FUBU just to get on the video sets and not get kicked off. Because everybody thinks FUBU was about a color. It wasn't. It was about a culture. It was about the fact that we love hip hop together. If somebody would have said, don't dress Third Base, or don't dress MC Search, or don't dress Eminem, I'd be like, are you crazy? Them cats is ill. You know what I'm saying? But it was a love of a culture and they respected me because I was part of the culture. You know what I mean?
So when FUBU was out, and you have other brands like Cross Colors and, you know, Carl Kanai and all that, you got, first of all, you said, did you go to Carl Kanai and be like, I'm coming on the scene, and do you make alliances with these people?
We all knew each other in some way, and we were all trying to just get out there. Carl Kanai already had been out there, and he actually ran into me one day. I was in the Mirage Hotel, and I had like $25, and when I went out to Vegas and brought my line out there, but I didn't have enough money to take my line into the
show, the actual magic show,
trade
right?
show, right? Yeah. I was sitting there, I had $25. I didn't know how much, you know, and that was the split between me and like 4 of my friends. We didn't know how we were gonna eat. And Carl and I walked by, and he saw me. He said, "Hey, yo, you're that dude in the FUBU ad. You know, I know you."
Right.
And he said, "Come to my booth tomorrow. I'm gonna introduce you to as many buyers as I can to get you as many orders as I can." And I went to the booth, and he hooked me up. I mean,
that was just on the string.
He didn't know me at all.
Not him becoming a shark and be like, I want 10% of your company or anything like that.
He just gave me love, and I'll forever be in his debt for that day that he really just reached out to a total stranger. So yeah, I got a lot of respect for him, you know.
Do you still do you think that was instilled in you and your business tactics? I've heard stories about you helping people and not being the shark and taking percentages off the bat and jumping in, just like lending helping hands. For instance, you jumping in on Electric Taco. You didn't say, well, Vice, I need X amount of dollars for my time and it's valuable. You're like, yo.
I'll hit you with that later, but
I'm paying for your tacos.
That's true. No, man, I don't know about all the rumors that people need to be nasty in business, but Russell helped me out a lot. A guy who gets very little praise for all that he's done, named Ralph McDaniels in New York, who has a show like a video music box that was around longer than BET.
Right.
And every single artist, I don't care who you're talking about, Puff, Jay, all of them had to really beg or you know, find a way to get on Ralph's show for him to highlight them at first. He helped me out. Like, so many people have helped me during my career and never asked for 1 red cent. You know?
I like that. In the DJ world, I got my first Las Vegas residency through DJ AM. You know, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
He never once asked me like, yo, I got you that Friday night residency in Vegas. Yo, let me get X amount of dollars per gig. He just lent a helping hand and got me that gig. I think reality is, and I think you know it, you can't stop somebody who's gonna be successful. You can't stop them, and you should help them if you can. You know, if they're worthy of the help and they appreciate the help. Well, you're never gonna stop them. So what if those guys wouldn't have helped me out? Trust me, I still would have been here. Is it smart to already start your business and have your goals listed out, or is it be a reckless entrepreneur where you just don't know what you're doing and you try everything and kind of dabble?
I've never been asked that before. I think that it's a good question. I think it's right in the middle. I think you should definitely set a goal and a destination of where you want to go and how you're going to get there. We're in this car right now. We took a very specific route. All right, if there was an accident or something may have happened, we would have went off the route, but we would have got to where we were. But at least we knew where we wanted to go, and we knew the direction we were going to take. But at the same time, opportunities will come, opportunities will go, and you have to be very agile. I mean, that's the beauty of being an entrepreneur when you're small.
Yeah.
You can be agile, right? You can be, nimble and quick, and you should take advantage of those opportunities when they come up. You just don't know how you're going to get there, but at least you had something laid down on how I want to get there. You know?
Yeah. A lot of times, like, people I've rolled with doing this Electric Taco, and they always, I keep hearing the same thing, like, I never had option B, C, or D.
Yeah.
I just had option A.
Yeah.
Is that something you believe in, where it's just when you have FUBU, it was your option A, B, C, and D?
It was option A. That's it.
That was it.
I had to, because you get so deep into it after a year, 2, 3, 4 years, you realize, man, I can't turn back now. I mean, it's like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
I gotta know that I left it all on the field.
Well, listen, I know we already started our day off talking a lot of business, talking a lot about branding. I want to get you fed, man. Let's get you some LA tacos.
All right.
We're at a little taco shop right here in Beverly Hills. But you know what? Doesn't matter if you're in the hood or in Beverly Hills. If there's tacos that are good, I'm going to find them. So I got to bring you to a good spot. Daymond John, Electric Taco, Part 1. We'll be back with Part 2.
We can make love. Just slow down, we can make love. Just slow down, we can make love.
We're back. After a couple tacos down, you took down a carnitas taco.
Yeah, and a breakfast burrito.
And a breakfast burrito.
That was fantastic.
You're feeling good now, right?
Feeling great.
I didn't know you were involved in a company named Starkey. Am I right?
Yeah, hearing devices.
I own a pair of Starkeys. I've actually never publicly said it, but I own a pair of hearing aids. This is the first time I've ever said that I feel, and I shouldn't really care, what people think and all that, but I just feel like sometimes there's a stigma about like, oh, you can't hear, but it's very common for someone to say, I can't see the menu. Can you read that part of the menu for me?
Yeah.
But my hearing's bad.
My hearing is bad too because I've been in clubs ever since I was a little kid, and I have Starkey hearing devices. I'm not wearing them now, but mine's I made them color, give me a custom pair, bright red.
I've seen that on you before, so they're hearing aids.
Yeah, so people can ask me about them, but I learned so much dealing with this company that I learned that there's two things that kids can have that you can't really get medicine for when they're kids, in school: dyslexia and hearing loss. And a hearing loss, you can get devices for them. But if they can't hear or they have dyslexia, they don't want to do this in class, because they're called the dummy or people bully them, and then they shun away and they start to they don't get as much information. Whatever the case is. It's the same as adults. It takes 10 years for somebody to realize they actually have loss of hearing.
Wow.
And your quality of life is fucked up when you have loss of hearing. Think about all the people watching us now when they have a father or a mother or somebody has loss of hearing now, and they got to turn the TV up to the point where nobody's comfortable in the house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're talking to this person and they don't realize how much. I mean, think about it. How much of your life you're missing out on when you can't hear.
Yeah.
Health is extremely important. I had cancer 2 years ago and I beat it. I had a thyroid cancer, which is a slow-growing cancer, thank God, and I beat it. But I started to realize that entrepreneurs and busy people like us, we take care of everybody else, but we don't take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get that information out because as entrepreneurs, a lot of people, mental health is a challenge because as an entrepreneur, you can't tell anybody your problems.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody thinks you're walking on water.
Supposed to be perfect, right?
Yeah, you're walking on water. If you tell your staff that if you don't get this deal closed in the next 6 months, that you got to let them go, they're going to leave. Right? You have that work-life balance that kind of never is there because, you're bringing your business home because you're the business.
Yep.
So there's a lot of mental issues with entrepreneurs, and suicide is a high rate. We've seen what happened to Kate Spade. We've seen what happened to Anthony Bourdain. So I like bringing attention to people to say, man, take care of yourself. Get that work, and personal life balance under control. Put yourself first. You know what I mean? Early detection. Get checkups as much as you can. Yeah. Like you said, you get checkups every year, right?
Yeah.
Or your hearing.
Yeah, my hearing.
Your body probably as well. So,
yeah.
But a lot of entrepreneurs don't take care of themselves.
Is there a superpower you wish you had? Is there something that
I wish I could actually be a musician or an artist, meaning a fine painter. I find it fascinating when people just pick up a guitar or piano and just get busy, or when people can just take a canvas and just paint something and I don't know, I can't paint, I can't play an instrument, and I just find those things I find astonishing. I don't know how people do those things. I value and I always see the gifts in other people.
And I've actually, so your gift, and I will say this as a keynote speaker, I got to watch you speak that is a gift. The way you own the stage, the way you controlled it, the way you dropped all the gems you dropped, and it felt so real and so natural. So I want to give you props on that. It was so dope to see it. And you incorporate the DJ aspect. DJ Danny. That was dope because I think
that's me getting to be the closest I will ever be to a rapper.
It was dope because you talked about where you grew up and the song drops behind it. With that market, it's such a big market with the keynote speaker, and for you to come in and be so original with it, it was dope to see that. Is that something that you ever thought you were going to become, a motivational speaker?
No way in the world. But I think that I think every one of us has 10 stories in us, and I think the best part about being a motivational speaker, if you take yourself too serious, you're in trouble. You get up there and you start trying to preach to everybody, you're in trouble. I get up there and tell them my story.
Right.
You can't object. I don't care who you are in the crowd. You can't object because that's my story. That's how I have dealt with life, and that's where I have found failures and successes. And as long as you keep it like there, other people respect you.
Is that what inspired you to be like, I want to put out this album? Because you have an album out now.
I have an album.
I'm not gonna say you're a rapper. I'm not gonna say you're a singer.
I'm not. It was. You know what? It wasn't the keynote. Well, it was kind of the keynote speech. I was in a car one day and somebody was playing. It was MLK Day, and they were playing Martin Luther King's speech. And then a DJ, a DJ like you probably they put a bed of music underneath it, and I was like, yo, I want to go to the gym. I want to work out to this shit. And so I realized if you hear one of my speeches, you heard it once, you've heard it a million times. There's no reason to hear it again. No matter how good I think it is. But if you, and one of my a guy named Nobu Sounds, a producer, said, let me put some music underneath these things, and got some great people to sing hooks. And we said, wow, I was going to give it away with my books, but somebody said, man, this is an album, why don't you just give it away because it's gonna motivate people. And thank God went out like 10 years ago when I'd be like, go buy my album.
Right.
Just, all they got to do is hit it and stream it. So they're already going to have it, so because I don't want nobody to have to go and pay for it, you know what I mean?
No bootlegs on Canal Street.
Exactly. So now people are working out to it, people are on their way to a pitch meeting, or they're on the subway, or they're getting zoned out, to go to work that day, and they're listening to it, and I really enjoy it.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, first of all, you stepped out the norm because that's different. That's dope that you did this.
Oh no, I love being uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
You mentioned haters. I have interesting because a DJ recently on the road, just this past weekend, was like, he finally hit a point where he's like, hey, like I have my first fake Instagram account that someone started about me, and I have my first like hater text coming in about who I am, and he looked at me, he's like, what do you think? And I go, I think you're doing a good job.
Haters generally, unless they generally hate on you because they want to be you.
And still to this day, do you have haters?
Of course I do. I love them.
You gotta love them, right?
I love my haters. Absolutely,
yes.
They're amazing people.
I feel like that's the fuel, right? Sometimes you need that. Oh, you gotta love cool.
Yeah, if they're hating on me, that's all that energy they're spending hating on me. It's the energy they're not spending on their progression in their lives.
Man. Well, we're wrapping up this Electric Taco. Daymond John, listen, he still got haters. If you have haters, you're doing good, just like my man Daymond's doing.
I love my haters. Shout out to my haters.
This episode's coming in. Shouts to all our haters. We love you out there. We ate some bomb tacos in Beverly Hills, and until the next time, watch out for the shark because he's coming for you. Daymond John, Electric Taco. We out. Hey, what's up? It's Vice. Thanks for watching Electric Taco. More episodes to come. More feedback from you is what I need. Comment, like, subscribe, hit me, and I'll hit you with 1,000 tacos for life. Every day. Free. No charge. Just kidding. Or not.